Like you have some students, right? And they take notes and they scribble and they do the bullet points and they draw the graphs and it's like organized chaos. It's all over the place. Right, but for me, I had to be honest with myself and I had to try some different things. Right, so as a student, say if I had a physics class or if I had a math class, I wouldn't just write the equations in class and then go home and look over those. I would write the equations in class, I would go home and I would retake the notes, but I would take the notes in the form of an essay because I love writing and I love reading. I realized at an early age that reading and writing were my strong points and math wasn't. So instead of complaining about how bad I was at math, I had to make an adjustment and improve the way that I was studying. So now for all of my notes, for my economics class, for my calculus classes, I make sure I write it out in the form of a paragraph. So when I read it, it's like somebody is explaining it to me step by step by step. So really, you just need to understand what you need to do as a student. Like, what do you need to do as a student in order to get to the next level? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Are you good at math? Are you good at reading? Are you good at the sciences? And be able to use those things to your advantage. Are you the type of person who needs to be surrounded by people when you study? Or are you the type of person who needs to be secluded? I'm the type of guy, you lock me in a room for 5 hours with an essay, I'll knock it out. Right, then there's some students, they can't cope with like that. Like if you lock them in a room for 5 hours with the essay, they won't get anything done. But then you see some people, if you surround them with like-minded people, notice that I said like-minded. Not your friends, because some of us, we have friends, but we're not like-minded. I'm talking about somebody that's equally yoked, and that has the same mission, the same ambition, and the same skills as you. Right, and some people feed off of that energy. I like seclusion, I like being by myself. But there are some students who like being around energy. And today I need you to be honest with yourself and ask myself, what kind of student am I? What kind of environment do I need to be in to be successful? And when I talk about environment, I'm not talking about a physical place or being of an event, because that's the exact definition of setting. And most people get the concept of environment and setting mixed. A setting is a physical place or being of an event, but an environment is something that is only impacted by people. And today I want to ask you, what kind of people are you surrounding yourself with? What does your environment look like when you study? Are you in your room and you have the music blasting and you have Instagram up? Are you secluded or are you in the library? Making sure you get your work done. Guys, the Wi-Fi at my school doesn't really work that well. So I can't even really do homework in my room anymore because it gets to a point where if I try to do homework for an extended period of time, I get that buffer circle. You do like the little blue circle that rotates. I can't do the blue circle. I can't. I'm too impatient. I'd be ready to throw the computer out the window. Like I can't do the circle. So I made the decision that from now on, when I study for the finals that are coming up, we have final exams coming up. When I study, I need to make sure that I'm studying in the library on the top floor because that's where the best reception is. And sometimes we have interference in our environment and we let the interference overtake us instead of finding a new environment to be in. Right, so now my environment when I study is quiet, there's nobody around because it's on the top floor, and I have good connection. When I'm in my room, I got people on both sides of me making noise. And I got the laptop doing the circle.